Hey guys, Donna Brown here, work from home queen. Hope you're doing well. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how I get work done around a 9-month-old. You know, for any mums out there thinking about starting a business at home, how do you actually get stuff done when you have a baby or a child? Now, obviously, I only have one child, if you don't include the dog and the husband. So I'm sure if you had multiple children, this would be much more difficult, and you know, there'd be other strategies involved. So if you are a mum that has more than one kid, definitely comment below what you do to help you run your business around your family. But this is what I do. This is what helps with me and running my business. So a lot of these tips are not that crazy ingenious, but sometimes all you need is someone else to share an obvious tip in a different way, and it may enlighten you. And obviously, if you are thinking about starting a business, hopefully this will help you out. So I just hold the tripod because somebody has just found it. Stop touching it. Okay, so tip number one is I work at night. You know, it's not some brainiac, crazy, amazing strategy. The fact is I work at night. When she goes to bed, I can do some work. You know, I can get as much done as I can, and 99% of my mentoring sessions do happen at night, which works well because 99% of my clients are actually stay-at-home mums, or mums that, you know, have obviously children because they're a mum. Donna, that didn't make any sense, but just keep talking. Because I've got kids, their kids are usually in bed, so it means that both of us can speak interruption-free. And if they're not in bed, at least dads are home so they can actually look after them. Can you stop moving that around, please? Yourself. So if you currently don't run a business and you're thinking about running a business, stop it. I'm going to poke you with it if you're not careful. Oh my God. Do you know how many times I've tried to record this video? So if you are a mum and you're thinking about starting a business, then you need to be well aware that you will probably do a lot of work at night, and you need to be okay with that. You know, no matter how tired I am, if I have a 4:30 in the morning start because somebody decided they didn't want to go back to sleep, and I've got a mentoring session at 8:30 that night, I still have to do it. I don't cancel it. The only time I cancel is if I'm like really unwell, and I have to be seriously unwell in order to cancel it. The other tip that I have is to chunk your time. Try and group similar tasks together. I have mentioned this 1,000 times, but it's really important because most people don't do it. What? 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 I just asked her what. She went, cheeky bum. You're a cheeky bum. Bum, 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 bum. Group your similar tasks together so you can actually try and not stop and start 1,000 times the same little job. So if I'm doing video editing, I try and edit all my videos together. You know, if I'm doing social media, I try and do all that together. If I'm doing client work, you know, I try and group even my clients' work all together because I'm far more efficient and far more effective when I'm in the zone doing the same thing. This is not a new strategy, but it could be new for you. So really try and chunk your time together if you don't do it. My other tip is make sure your children know how to play on their own or play amongst themselves if you've got more than one. You know, because I'm a first-time mum, we are often, this didn't happen to me because I'm obviously have no patience for it, because if you know me, you know that I'm quite an impatient person. But it's quite common for stay-at-home mums to pour all their energy into their children because they are their world. And I absolutely think there's nothing wrong with that. That's fantastic. I also still had a business running, so from day one I didn't actually pour 1,000% of my energy into Heidi because I had other stuff to do. I had clients to service, clients that had paid me for work that I had to deliver, so I kind of didn't have a choice. But I'm glad that I did that because I like the position that I'm in at the moment. But when you've been solely focused on looking after your child and playing with them and you know, hanging out with them, when one day you wake up and you think, you know what, I want to go and do something else today and just let them play, they won't want to play on their own because they're so used to having you to play with, which is an awesome thing. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong playing with your mum, but you know, one day you'd like to be able to do something without them complaining that you're not there with them. So I, from day one, encouraged Heidi to play on her own. At the moment, I'm very blessed. The shape of our house works out really well. The The playroom slash lounge room is kind of in the middle of the house, near the kitchen, so I can watch her from the kitchen sink if I'm washing dishes or preparing dinner. If I've got my laptop on the dining room table, she can see me and I can see her. I can even bring my laptop into her playroom and sit on one of the couches there and work. Like, it works out all right, but I don't actually have to sit on the ground and play with her. For the most part, she will play with herself, and she will play with her toys and do her own thing and talk to herself, and I'll talk back to her, and and she's pretty content like that. So that's really important, because that allows me to actually get a lot of other things done that you wouldn't normally be able to do if you had to sit and constantly entertain your child. Now, I know not all children are the same, and there are some children you can't do that, but if you can encourage self-play, I think it's really, really important. Now, one of the obvious tips will be to work when Bubs is asleep. Heidi doesn't sleep, and she very rarely sleeps, so I can't impart that tip to you because I don't really get to experience it that often, to be honest. So, if she does miraculously have a nap, which on the rare occasion she does have one, I'll obviously get as much done as I can. Or sometimes I even have a nap myself because I know that I have to have a mentoring session that night, and it's going to be a late night, so I'll try and get a nap in the middle of the day if she happens to sleep. Sometimes I sleep with her. The two of us go to bed together and we have a nap together if we can. Stop kicking the tripod. See, every time I tell her off? Cheeky bugger. The other thing is, I also don't let my house get trashed. Now, this may upset a few people, and this is just my own personal experience, but I find that if the house is absolutely trashed, the kitchen filled with dishes, laundry everywhere, needing a vacuum or a mop or whatever, the bin overpiling, I never let it get ultimately trashed. Purely for the fact is I can't concentrate on my business when around me there is just shit everywhere. The only place I let get messy is the lounge room, because all the toys are everywhere. And they're contained in, and it's gated, so it's all contained in, so I just let her play with her toys. I don't worry about packing them away. The rest of the house is clean. Now, that is not me judging you for having a messy house. I don't care if you have a messy house. In fact, when I visit clients, I have a messy house, because I do visit clients in their home. I don't care. I couldn't give a rat's ass. I just know for me, I can't concentrate if the house is messy, which is so funny, because if you knew me in the past, I actually was a very messy person. I used to have stuff everywhere. I could go to bed in an unmade bed. I could go to bed without a sheet on my bed. That's how much I didn't care. I'd just flop in, go to sleep, and get back up and continue on. I really didn't care about stuff like that. But now I can't do it anymore. And I think the reason why is it helps me have clarity in my own mind to concentrate on my work. So I clean daily. That doesn't mean I do a full-on scrub the floors, but the house is tidy every day. Every morning I wake up, I do the dishes from the night before. I never do them on the same day, because Heidi is such a light sleeper. Even if me putting a dish in the cupboard, the chinking of the china will wake her up. I know, it's ridiculous. And she has white noise playing in her room to try and drown out some of the background noise in the house. But she's such a light sleeper. I just do the cleaning in the morning when we wake up. When we get up, she has her breakfast, and I'll do the kitchen, put the dishes away and everything. I vacuum pretty regularly because I have a dog, almost daily. If I didn't have a dog, I don't think it would be as frequent, but there's hairs everywhere. So I'm always vacuuming. I try and put laundry out, make the beds every day. I do it all. And just spending 30 to 40 minutes a day cleaning the house means the house is clean for the rest of the day, rather than trying to spend one day on the weekend and losing a whole 8-hour day. Which brings me to the fact that I work on the weekend. Yes, I do work on the weekend. When Daddy is home, when Pickles is home, and he can look after her and hang out with her more than normal, it gives me an opportunity to actually get some work done. I also take advantage of her being babysat, so I do let her be babysat by family members that she's comfortable with, which gives me a chance to leave the house and actually do some work as well. So if you've got people offering to babysit that you trust and that your baby loves hanging out with, say yes. Don't be afraid to say yes. Make the most of it. You'll probably get more done in those 3, even if it's a short one. Heidi gets babysat once a week from about midday to 5. And in those 4 or 5 hours, depending on if I pick her up earlier or not, I get more done than I do in the whole day of work, simply because I'm not being interrupted. So don't ever be afraid to say yes. And of course, if you want to put your baby into official childcare in a childcare centre, what are you doing? No, that's her kicking the tripod. Well, that's your own fault. You're getting told off. Here. Let go. Is that what you wanted to see? Let her watch some bizarre kids show. I don't know what it is. Oh, you want to see yourself again? There you go. You got to stand up. Use your legs. So what was I saying? You know, if you can afford to put your children in childcare, both emotionally and financially, then go for it. I haven't done it yet, but if you can have a full day dedicated to your business, then, oh my God, you just put slobber all over me. Then by golly, go ahead and do it. It will actually give you a shit ton of time. And my final tip to you, all those mums out there wondering how you can create a business around your family when you don't even have 5 minutes to do a poo on your own. TMI? I think not. My tip to you is build a business that you don't have to spend 50 hours in to actually make money. Build a business that can have components outsourced with people that you trust. Build a business that is not reliant on you exchanging your time for money. Because you already have very little time. So how much money are you going to make? You know, if you're only going to get paid per hour of work you do, where are you going to find these hours? I know for some women, they get up at like 3 a.m. and do work between 3 and say 6 or 3 and 7 when the kids wake up. It's not an option for me because I'm already not sleeping because Heidi doesn't sleep. So I need to catch my few winks when I can. So build a business where you can actually leverage your expertise, your skills, your knowledge, whatever it is. Build the right kind of business to support you. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It definitely is not easy. You know, some weeks I have $10,000 worth of sales, and in some weeks I have no sales because I had no time to actually have sales conversations because Heidi was unwell or something had happened. I mean, for crying out loud, the kid's got 8 teeth. I'm telling you, that has not been a fun journey coming out. They have not been fun teeth. You know, so you need to build a business that actually works in with you, that works within being a mum. Otherwise, what's the point? So I hope these tips have been helpful. Definitely comment below and let me know how you run your business and how you get work done around kids. I'd love to hear your thoughts in case there's something obvious that I've forgotten due to the fact that I haven't slept more than a few hours in a row in over 300 days. That's correct. I calculated the other day so I could rub it in people's faces when they're like, oh, you look really tired. Oh, no shit, hey? Anyway, I hope this has been helpful. Please give my video a thumbs up, like my video, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.